Wait, hold up. Before you scroll past this, you need to hear what Roman Reigns just said. And I mean just said, like, literally minutes ago. This changes everything about what we thought we knew about his crown jewel loss. This isn't some typical Roman loss, this is career-altering, storyline-shifting, sanity-questioning territory. And honestly, I'm furious about how WWE is handling this. You should be too. Here's the thing that's driving me absolutely insane. Roman Reigns stepped away from that crown jewel ring, defeated for what people are calling the end of an era, and nobody, and I mean nobody, expected what came next. The tribal chief finally broke his silence, and what he revealed has the entire wrestling community losing it in the group chats right now. So here's my question for you before we dive deeper. Do you think Roman's defeat at Crown Jewel was a work, or was it a legitimate stumble? Drop your hot takes in the comments. We're reading them all. Let's rewind for a second. Roman Reigns walked into Crown Jewel as an absolute monster, undisputed champion. The guy hasn't had a legitimate loss in over 3 years. His dominance has been borderline unbeatable, not in a the character is strong way, but in an is this storytelling even compelling anymore way. But then, something happened that nobody saw coming. And when Roman finally spoke about it, he didn't do the typical acknowledge me stuff. No, he went deep. He went personal. He went to places that made some of us question whether we've been reading this entire narrative wrong the whole time. According to Roman's breakdown, which dropped on WWE's premium content platform not even an hour ago, his loss wasn't just about an opponent being better that night. It was about something far more calculated, something intentional. And here's where it gets spicy. He's hinting that there's a conspiracy, yes, an actual conspiracy, within WWE's upper management to strip him of his moment. Think about that for a second. Roman Reigns, the guy WWE built their entire company around, is suggesting that WWE itself might have orchestrated his downfall. Can you spot the connection between this and what happened with the Bloodline 6 months ago? Comment below. This is important. Now, I want to break down exactly what Roman revealed because this is where things get absolutely unhinged. First revelation, Roman claims he was approached by multiple WWE producers backstage, not once, but 3 times, with suggestions about how to perform his match. These weren't just typical coaching moments. These were specific instructions about where to take the bump, when to sell, and how to position himself for what they called optimal storyline development. Roman's exact words, "They wanted me to lose in a way that looked inevitable, not like I was caught, like I was always going to lose. That's different. That's not just losing. That's being written to lose. That's being made to look weak on purpose." And Roman, who has built his entire identity on being unbeatable, is rightfully losing his mind about it. Second revelation, there's apparently internal WWE communication, and I'm not talking about rumors here. Roman is directly referencing specific memos about a contingency plan if Roman ever lost the title. This plan allegedly includes stripping him of his tribal chief identity and repackaging him as something completely different. The implications? WWE had already decided his future before Crown Jewel even happened. Here's what I need you to answer in the comments. If WWE really did orchestrate this, should Roman turn on WWE management next? This could be the biggest storyline pivot of the year. But wait, there's more. And this is where it gets really interesting. Roman revealed that part of the Crown Jewel situation involves tension with the Bloodline leadership. Specifically, he's hinting that Solo Psycho and potentially other family members were kept out of the loop about certain decisions. Roman suggesting that decisions were being made about his reign, his legacy, without consulting his own family structure. This is huge because the Bloodline operates on respect and hierarchy. If Roman's being thrown under the bus without his family knowing, that's not just a personal betrayal, that's a family betrayal. And according to Roman, that's exactly what happened. He went on to say something that made my jaw drop. "I found out that certain people in my own circle were contacted about transitioning away from the tribal chief era. Transition, like my reign was a product with an expiration date, not a movement. That's explosive. That suggests someone within WWE management was already planning Roman's exit strategy with his own family members before telling him directly." So here's your next comment question. Who do you think contacted members of the Bloodline without Roman's knowledge? Is it a creative executive? Is it Stephanie McMahon? Is it someone we haven't even considered? Now, let's talk about what this means going forward. And this is where Roman's statement gets genuinely troubling, not in a "this is a great storyline" way, but in a Roman is questioning his entire place in WWE way. Roman explicitly said, and I need you to hear this carefully, "I'm re-evaluating everything. My contract, My position, my purpose in this company. If I'm just a pawn being moved around a board without having a say in my own narrative, then maybe I need to explore other options. That's not kayfabe language. That's not typical wrestler talk. That sounds like a guy genuinely considering his future with WWE. But here's the thing that's making headlines in the wrestling community. Roman also said he's not walking away from WWE right now. Instead, he's preparing for the greatest comeback story wrestling has ever seen. Not just a regular return, a comeback, which means he's planning to go away for a bit, possibly injured, possibly taking time, and then coming back different. Roman's exact statement, "When I come back, I'm not coming back as Roman Reigns. I'm coming back as someone who controls his narrative completely." What does that mean to you? Is he reinventing? Is he leaving? Is he starting a new stable? Tell us in the comments what you think Roman's next move is. Here's where this gets even more frustrating. WWE has been completely silent. Not a statement, not a denial, not even a "we're looking into this" response from official channels. That silence is deafening. Typically, when a megastar makes allegations about corporate sabotage or predetermined losses being mishandled, WWE's legal team floods the zone with statements. They deny things immediately. They protect their narrative. But with Roman's revelations? Nothing. Radio silence. And that silence is speaking volumes. It's making people believe that maybe, just maybe, Roman isn't exaggerating. Maybe these things really did happen. Maybe WWE really is scrambling behind the scenes trying to figure out how to contain this situation. One wrestling journalist I follow tweeted, "The fact that WWE hasn't issued a statement yet tells you everything you need to know. They are panic mode." So here's your final question. Do you think WWE's silence proves Roman's claims are real? This is the comment I'm most interested in reading. Look, at the end of the day, here's what we know for certain. Roman Reigns lost at Crown Jewel. That's fact. Roman has now publicly suggested that his loss wasn't just about competition, it was about corporate manipulation and predetermined narrative control. That's what he said. Whether you believe it or not is up to you, but what's undeniable is that the wrestling landscape just shifted. Roman Reigns has officially gone from being WWE's protected megastar to being someone questioning the system itself. And that's the most interesting character development he's had in years. This story is far from over. In fact, I'd argue it's just beginning. Because if Roman is really stepping back and preparing to return as someone new, then WWE just lost its biggest draw temporarily. And when he comes back, everything changes. The Crown Jewel defeat wasn't the end of Roman Reigns' era. It was the beginning of something completely different. Now, I need you to do me a favor. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Answer those questions I asked throughout this video. Which revelation shocked you the most? Do you believe Roman? What's his next move? Share this video with wrestling fans